house haunted? Wow, that's a good question. I'm Marvina Meek, and today in my video, I'm going to give you some ideas on the things that could contribute to creating a haunted house. And the reason that you want to know this is because if you live in a haunted house, it is going to be very, very difficult to really thrive and to be healthy creatively, to have good relationships, to have a good connection to your higher self, and to just put your best self forward in the world. And it's going to be difficult for your children to sleep and to be happy because kids are the most sensitive, especially up until they're like 6 or 7 years old. They can really see things that are going on and it scares them. They don't know what's going on, and it just doesn't make for a happy environment. There's a lot of different things that can contribute to a haunted household, and you might get some clues if your house is haunted if when you go to sleep at night you hear noises, like you may hear like footsteps in the hall. You might feel like the attic, somebody is walking in the attic. You even might hear doors that bang, or like the cabinets in the kitchen that are shutting. And then if you go into the kitchen, there's nobody in there. There's nobody that's closing the doors. You may have lights that come on and off when nobody turned them on or off. Even other appliances, like your television. There's a lot of different things that spirits can make happen if the right circumstances are created. There are a lot of different ways that a house can be haunted. One of the number one ways is if someone dies in that house, especially if that person dies of a violent death, or even if they had a long-term illness and they died in that house, or if they were murdered, or if they committed suicide. But even a natural death can contribute to a haunting of a house. And it just, there's something about whenever a soul crosses over and they don't feel complete with their soul journey, that they will not make the complete transition into the life and into the light, and so they linger behind. There's a part of them that lingers, and so they feel like if they don't, in some circumstances they don't even know that they're dead, especially if it was like a horrific accident, or like a tornado or a murder or something along those lines. They may not realize that they have died, or they may be so connected to a person or a place or a circumstance or a situation that they just feel like they have to see it through, that they cannot go further until they have completed what they came here to do. So that soul may linger. If they committed suicide, sometimes it's so traumatic that they are not able to complete the process and move on into the spirit world and receive counseling from the angelic realm and be able to kind of get some healing and get help that that soul is crying out for. And so that spirit may linger in the home wherever it happened. Other things that can contribute to a haunted house feeling are if you have too much water that is close to you, like if you live like right on a river or a big body of water, or even if there's underground currents or underground rivers that are close to you, that can adversely affect your house and just create a lot of what we call yin energy. It's negative energy. It is very conducive to just attracting to it more like-minded, negative, lower vibrational energies, or even lower vibrational negative entities, and they kind of thrive on that environment, and we don't. Like, in order for us to be healthy and to have all of the qualities that we need to thrive and to really activate our highest codes and our highest path, we need a healthy environment, and a overly yin environment is just not healthy. Other things that can contribute to a haunted house would be if you are situated on like ley lines. Sometimes they can just have too much energy that it moves through the land and moves through your house, and it is just too powerful, and it's just not the right quality for us to feel comfortable in. But it does kind of support maybe entities that thrive on that sort of a chaotic environment. And even like Hartman lines or Curry lines, those are natural energy lines that flow through the grid of the earth, and a lot of times they can cause problems, and they cause a too much of a yin environment, which again doesn't support us for a healthy life, but can support ghosts or poltergeistic situations. So that is not positive at all. And there are other circumstances where we may be living close to like a stargate or a portal, and especially if it's a negative portal. But even if it's a positive portal, it is often, it's like too much energy for us, but it is, there might be other beings from other realities that are using that gateway or that portal way to kind of travel from one place to another. And that is not good at all. It's not healthy. I've lived in a house temporarily where there was a portal way, and I just remember waking up one night in the middle of the night, and I just saw these shadow bodies, and they were just like coming in and just walking down the hall like one after another. And it's like you never feel at peace in a house like that. You always feel like you have to be on your guard. You have to, watch out because something might happen to you. So it's not a positive environment. And I got out of that place as soon as I could. But a lot of times when we find ourselves in a haunted house situation, it might be the universe's way of helping us to learn more about ourselves and our natural skills, our natural abilities. And in my circumstance, I've had several places that I've lived in life where they've had ghosts, or there was even like lower level poltergeistic energy, and what I would think of as like lower hauntings, not like major evil hauntings, but even any house that has ghost experiences, it's not really that supportive for us. And it's always a good idea to take steps to get those spirits on into the light. The best way that I know how to do that is through doing house clearing work, setting up really good feng shui in your house, and doing different types of clearing work. It all starts with intention, and sometimes we have to make some adjustments in the template energy of our house so that we can get the changes that we want in some way. It might be physical adjustments. We may need to put in different types of like dowsing cures. I have been dowsing. My granddaddy taught me to douse when I was a kid, and so I've been into that for a very long time. but a combination of dowsing, cures, of intending to help those spirits move into the light, and through different methods, and doing some soul clearing, house clearing work. And another thing that can contribute to the haunting of a house is mental illness. If people have lived there that have suffered from mental illness, that can really set up think of it as like a taint, like a tainted energy, and it's like it grows and it grows and it snowballs, and it really helps for ghosts to live there. Like that's what they want to live in, because it supports them and what they've got going on, but it's not good for us. And another thing I wanted to remember, oh, if someone had like drug or alcohol abuse issues, that can create a direct opening to lower level entities or even higher level entities, like lesser demons or full demons or dark lords. None of that is good. None of that is healthy. It's always best to take some really strong steps to clear that stuff out of your house and figure out what is in your house that is attracting that environment, and what elements need to be addressed, what sorts of clearings that you need to do so that you can shift the template energy of your home. And anytime we're able to do that, we can raise our own vibrations to higher and higher levels, and that supports our organic tree of life template in its original status. And that way we can thrive, like we can bring our best self into this dimension and move forward in a beauty way, and that is a good thing. So I hope you've enjoyed this mini presentation today on haunted houses. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments below and I'll see if I can answer them. Thanks a lot. I'm Arvina. Bye-bye.